fishing, talking fishing, nothing but fishing, talking fishing. If it's facts about fishing that you want to know, then tune in, folks, cause this is the show. We'll show you all the right bait to use, so sit right back, you got nothing to lose. Doesn't really matter if it's trout or carp, flathead, marlin or a gummy shark. Listen to the guys and you can't go wrong. They'll be talking about fishing till the cows come home. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
And welcome everyone to Talking Fishing, a big show coming your way tonight. Catch of the week, it's all about the trout because the trout season opened on Saturday and it was one of the biggest years in many, many years, boys. Chloe Malloy from the AFLW Collingwood Football Club, a terrible club that I forgot my AFLW.
Take that back now,
sorry,
David.
my I Hate Collingwood badge.
Take that back.
Yeah,
Take it back.
I know you're a Collingwood supporter. Chloe's joining us, so is Sky Kern from the Albert Park Angling Club. Both of them are the leaders of the Women in Recreational Fishing Network. Product of the week, mailbag, hotspots, plenty more to talk about tonight. It's going to be a big show, boys. And Adam, wasn't it great? The sun shining, it's the start of spring, and the amount of people that got out for the trout opening was amazing.
Easily the biggest trout opening we've ever had.
Yeah.
I'd have to say that. We noticed it through the shops, and you'd hardly say we're prime trout territory down in sunny Cranbourne, but it was sunny. It definitely feels like spring's in the air, and easily the biggest trout opening ever. Trelly.
Very good.
Trelly, up your way now. You've let people know you've travelled back from Ayers Rock today.
Flew in just for the show.
Yeah.
There's not much going on Ayers Rock fishing, I've got to tell you.
No trout season opening up there?
No,
we're talking about trout.
No, but trout season's on down. But I think it's just as crowded down at the Warmies, I think, down there, Williamstown Way. It's just bank to bank as far as 1 metre sections as far as fishing, like probably up there at the pondage.
Do you know what? Last week we saw a little bit of a start of the snapper season, a little sprinkling of some winter snapper. Now that wasn't evident in the photos sent this week. A lot of trout, obviously, because people did get up to the rivers and enjoy trout opening. Pretty much all over the state, but we also saw a big run of gummy sharks. So after that full moon and that week after, big run of gummy sharks, and only one snapper I saw this week in our photos that were sent to us by all the good people at home.
Well, Scotty Harper got a snapper today.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, got the late mail on the way here. He got a nice fish today. So it looks so it's just starting to get to that point.
Yeah, there you go. Trelly, the closing of Murray Cod.
Yes.
Does that bring on people going to Eildon? Because I know I saw Billy Klassen was up at Eildon today.
Yep.
Does this bring on the big fish?
Well, yeah, it does, because traditionally it's as you know, it's one of those things where they close the season for a reason, which is the breeding season. So they're going to be probably a little bit more active, and when you're in breeding season, you'll bite anything, won't you?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So,
well, I guess.
Anyway, so they're heading up to Eildon and trying to catch a big one up there, big lures and big fish. So, and it's a put take fisheries up there, so there's not much breeding going on up there. That's why they keep Eildon going all year round.
The other thing that's crept in, boys, is some whiting reports.
That's an interesting one.
I mean, it's got to be the toughest year for whiting last summer that we've seen for a long time, because all those big ones, I think, just went out to sea to breed. But we're starting to see some good whiting catches, and it's that winter whiting that people talk about. And a lot of people will get the snapper fever very, very shortly. But those that go out and target whiting usually do all right this time of year, and there's actually some fish around
on the bigger tides.
Yeah,
the bigger tides, you've got to have a bit of movement, don't you?
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a key for the whiting. As long as there's a bit of flow, you're on the money.
Plenty of talk to talk about tonight, but folks, let's have a look at what's being caught by the people at home. It's time for Catch of the Week.
Catch of the Week, brought to you by Shimano, providing reliable, trustworthy, quality fishing gear for your enjoyment.
And have a look at the first photo. I tell you what, this brings a tear to anyone's eye to see a grandfather and a grandson on trout opening. This could have been taken in the 1940s or the 1950s or whenever
thumper.
That is just fantastic to see Leo and his grandson Blake out on the Goulburn River catching one of those stock trout that the VFA put in. Seriously, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
And that's why trout opening was a success. That photo right there sums it up perfectly.
Yeah. Families, kids, all that sort of stuff. As you can introduce the next, Julian.
I've nailed this.
You're good with the tough names.
Congress Straub?
Yep.
Julian.
Julian. Now,
Yeah, I can
Julian,
pronounce that one.
from what I'm told, was
Same
up.
fish.
Charlie, there was only 2,000 of the same fish
Yeah, I
stock.
know, isn't it?
But Julian apparently got up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to trout opening on the Goulburn River. And what a cracking rainbow trout he got.
Isn't that a good-looking fish, but
Isn't it?
Yeah.
that's a ripper.
Let's move along. Orlando Thomas, also a very lovely rainbow trout. Have a look at that.
Same fish.
That's not the same. Orlando, well done on a cracking fish. Now, this is what it's all about.
It is, yeah.
It's getting people up. Now, there was
Good on you,
they
Orlando.
say there was a lot of newcomers to fishing up on the Goulburn for trout. Wanted to know what trout opening was all about. Of course, the big festival was up at Eildon and also over at Ballarat, but the Goulburn River just went off. Cameron Webber is our next in the catch of the week, and Cameron, same fish.
Nah, that one looks different.
No, it's smaller Cameron. Sorry.
Now, Cameron was up there with the Keysborough Angling Club.
Is he?
And they go up to the Goulburn River at Thornton every year.
Yep.
Not to be outdone, Cameron's mother, Renee, also got a lovely
Cameron,
rainbow
preacher.
trout. Isn't that that's a good looking fish?
That is a
big fish.
good-looking fish, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Absolutely.
So look, we could have put 300 photos on this week, boys, because
That's mad.
seriously, a lot of people got up to the Goulburn. Now, I was actually driving home last night along Eastlink and thinking, why is the freeway so quiet? Normally, it's an industrials RDO or it's school holidays or whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently, everyone was up at Eildon. They reckon the
And rightly
amount,
so.
the amount of people that had an RDO
Lined the
yesterday lining the banks of the Goulburn River
That's
to catch.
right.
Now, those fish are going to last quite some time, so please get up there and enjoy what is just absolutely fantastic trout fishing. Fisheries did cop a little bit of flack. And you know what? All those breeders,
What?
they would normally go to the Sydney market and $1 a kilo or something, and it just got people out enjoying it. So anyway, I know there's some
Who
knockers.
are those people?
Oh, well, the keyboard warriors. Let's keep going. Let's head into the saltwater now in Western Port. Like we said, a little bit of snapper action, but not a lot this week. And Trent Dickinson got a lovely 4.6 kilo snapper at the top end, boys.
Good fish.
Yeah.
Not as big as a trout, but it's not a fish.
That's right.
That's a bit harsh.
Sorry, Trent. Send in that photo.
This time of year is always really good for the gummy sharks. And I tell you what, offshore is a great place out the back
Yes,
of Geelong,
it is. That's
Apollo
right.
Bay. Your
Been-
boys would be just putting customers out there all the time.
They are. It's been going for a fortnight now. It's been going really, really well.
Yeah.
Just weather.
So have a look at this one. Maddie Walker done a beautiful gummy shark offshore
That's
from
good
Apollo
gummy.
Bay. That is a
A
good
few thoughts
gummy.
off that one.
Absolutely. Let's keep it going with the gummy shark theme. And in Western Port, I've got to say, Chris and Colin, they probably didn't take our advice because they're probably already booked, but they went out with Sean Ferdier from Think Big.
Yep.
And we might get off Maddie in a second and get on to
Here we go.
the two boys that got out. No, we're not. Yeah,
Here we
here
go.
we go. Chris
Here we
and
go.
Colin, have a look at that for a gummy. Now,
So father and son?
I don't think so.
Well, mate and father and
They
son.
might be just mates, but seriously, Sean Ferdier,
He knows where it's at.
he knows where it's at. And if you want to get gummy, this is the time. Sean knows where the big ones are, and if you want to go with the best charter skipper,
Even the gummy looks happy.
but not to be outdone, Bob Brackley was on the same trip, and have a look at the size
wow.
of this. It's a bit like you in winter, Trelly, the gut
What, me
size
tail
on that
up?
thing.
Oh, me gully hanging out.
Whacked another 15
You're right, too,
kilos
look
on
at
it. That is a big gummy
It is. I'm carrying
in
a little bit
anyone's
at the
book.
moment.
So
You're right.
That's a cracker. Well done, Bob, and well done to Sean Ferdier on the charter, because he's just absolutely killing it. If you'd like to send in a pic of your catch of the week, this is what you have to do.
If you want to be like me and have your photo on TV, email your fishing pic to info@ifish.com.au.
Yeah, I wanna go fishing.
Coming up next, we've got fisheries news, but we are also joined by the women in recreational fishing leaders in Chloe and Sky right after this.
Talking fishing.
We know what you'd rather be doing.
We know what you've really got in mind.
We know you'd rather be out fishing. And today's the day you're gonna wear the line. 'Cause every day's a good day.
Stop wishing.
Every day's a chance to drift away. Drift away.
Every day's a good day for fishing.
talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
Live from the studios of Channel 31 Melbourne, it's now time for some very fishy news.
And welcome back to Talking Fishing. bit went on during the play. I can tell you, Adam, quick move, dressed as a loser. I can see.
Hey, don't insult the guests like that, please. The Collingwood Army is out and about.
Can I just introduce our special guest, Chloe Malloy. Now, Chloe, I've got some stats here.
He's done well, guys.
No.
He's got to put his glasses on to try and read it.
In the AFL, the AFL Women's Rising Star winner in 2018.
Yep.
AFL Women's All-Australian Team 2018. Not that the All-Australian team plays anyone, do they? Like,
no,
you don't
it's
go and
nice.
play
It's nice.
Germany or England or anything like that. Collingwood Best and Fairest for 2018. So you're doing all right. Rising Star. You only joined the club this year.
Yes. This year. Drafted last.
Number 3 in the draft.
Yeah, pick 3.
Yeah. Bet you St Kilda got 1 and 2. Oh, no,
St
they
Kilda
wouldn't.
don't have a team yet, mate. He's trying to pretend like you
I've got a whole lot lined up tonight, I can tell you. And in the VFL, Rising Star again, leading goal kicker for the VFL in Collingwood 2017. You're having a good year this year too because you're in the finals and minor premiers.
Yes, minor premiers, which is great. We surprised ourselves a little bit. It's more of a development team that we thought we'd had, but we're doing really well and looking good in the finals.
So basically, Dave, what you've just said is you're in sporting royalty and you're not wearing a Collingwood jersey.
No.
So some might say that you two have been very, very disrespectful at the moment.
There you go. So I can also say that Chloe is the ambassador for women in recreational fishing, which is a pretty big honour. And
I love the way that you said ambassador. Makes it sound fancy.
Oh, well, it's like royalty.
Like it.
So can I also introduce Sky Kern? Now, Sky, you're from the Albert Park Yachting and Angling Club.
That's correct.
Am I right with that?
You are.
And you're one of the, I guess, scholarship winners and leaders of Women in Recreational Fishing Network.
And
Certainly are.
best and fairest to the Albert Park Angling Club.
And
Yes, watch out for this year. My summer season's just opened. I'll be on the board soon.
Yeah. Now, I just wanted to see if your qualifications were any better than Chloe's. Have you got any qualifications at Collingwood?
No,
that
look, my
makes you better.
accolades aren't up to scratch there.
That makes you better. I reckon so. Am I allowed to do? Look, I know you're going to hit me, but you got all your teeth. Yep.
Yes.
I know, just
Yeah,
checking
yeah,
because sometimes at Collingwood, sometimes at Collingwood they have one missing or two. Sometimes. Chloe.
Charlie, who do you barrack for?
I barrack for Collingwood, actually. I do.
Are you serious?
No, I do
Well,
barrack for
Charlie's
Collingwood
got all
and
his
St
teeth.
Kilda. Because St Kilda haven't won. What, they have one premiership?
I've
haven't
been
they?
to one game this year.
Kramer. Who do you go for?
St Kilda. I'd
I'd be skipping over that as well,
Okay,
Dave.
all right. Now, we've got to get through some fisheries news very, very quickly. Because it's part of the segment. Let's get on with it. Fisheries encouraged to swap yabby nets for free. From this Friday, we're getting on with it. From this Friday, recreational fishers with Opera House nets can swap them for wildlife-friendly open-top lift nets for free at any one of 45 tackle stores throughout Victoria.
We haven't got them yet.
We haven't got them yet either. Minister for Agriculture, Jala Pulford, announced the Buy Swap initiative today in Ballarat, which will help raise awareness of the impeding ban on Opera House nets in all waters, both public and private. So very, very different because they used to be banned in public but not in private. Now they're going to be banned in private from the 1st of July 2019. So you've got plenty of time to get ready for that.
So
the program makes it easy.
Menu.
No platypuses.
Platypus off the menu.
The program makes it easy for thousands of keen yabby fishers to swap up the 3 Opera House nets for 3 free wildlife-friendly open top. Geez, that's a mouthful.
Let's say it again.
No, I'm not going to say it again. I'm going to keep going. Opera House nets are associated with drowning wildlife such as platypus, turtles and native water rats, which can be avoided entirely if the open top nets are used instead. Unlike Opera House nets, open top nets feature a 20 by 20 centimetre gap at their top, which enables air-breathing animals such as turtles to escape. The VFA is distributing 10,000 open top lift nets for the Yabby Net Swap program and is encouraging people to take up the opportunity to swap their old nets before stocks run out. So get in, it starts this Friday. If we've got them, Charlie.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's number one out of the way. This is big news, boys. Securing Lake Tolondo for summer is the headline. Western Victoria and visitors to the iconic Tolondo Reservoir will benefit from additional water being transferred into one of Victoria's premier fishing spots. Minister for Water Lisa Neville, she's been on the show before, boys, and great supporter as a water minister for recreational fishing. I can tell you, Lisa Neville announced today another 5 gigalitres of water will be released into Lake Tolondo from Rocklands Reservoir. It'll start flowing from next week, enough to ensure reasonable levels into next year. Obviously, a lot of the country's in drought, and it's very, very important to get some water into Lake Tolondo. The transfer of water to Lake Tolondo is expected to maintain water levels above the fishery reference level of 2.5 metres throughout 18-19 summer, sustaining the fishery over summer and into the next year. The trigger point to supply Tolondo was recently reached when the recorded volume of water in Rocklands Reservoir passed 116 gigalitres. So that'll start occurring. The Labor government's Water for Victoria policy acknowledges the recreational values of our water resources and the need to consider these in how we manage water. And the Target 1 million plan to get more people fishing also recognises the lake as an important fishery. In further support of the fishery, since 2014 there's been 48,000 trout stocked into the lake, and $16,000 in funding was provided for the Tolondo boat ramp. So
bit
there
of
you
a
go.
double-bladed sword there, because you can also hunt ducks on Lake Tolondo, and we've got water there for duck hunters too.
Is that right,
Good on
Charlie?
you, Minister. No.
Yeah,
That's
Mr.
right.
Neville's like absolute supporter of all that sort of stuff. So
That's right.
well done. Now this is serious news, Chloe.
Go on.
Serious news. I'm going to put a photo up here. The breaking news that a Carlton supporter was spotted smiling in the Goulburn River
Was that
area.
smuggling or smiling?
Well, they haven't had much to smile about. The Carl. He's got the beard. He's had nothing to smile about all year.
Probably the greatest thing Carlton have
He's
achieved.
given foot of the arse and he's out fishing. He's got a smile on his face. So
That's got a belly on him like me.
that is breaking news. That'll be on a current affair tomorrow night. Someone from Carlton is actually smiling this year. So how good's that? And on a serious note, let's have a look at this one, because there has been some fish deaths reported in the Yarra and Maribyrnong River. It's because of the big Footscray fire last week. Recreational anglers are advised to avoid all fishing along Stony Creek and within 5 kilometres of the junction of Stony Creek and the Yarra River. Hobson's Bay and areas of Port Phillip may be affected. Just depends how that flows out and how much rain we get. So not a really good thing. If you want to report fish deaths, ring 1300 EPA VIC. It's that dial a word
Don't
sort of
pick
thing on
them
your
up and
phone.
need
So
No,
no, don't do that.
they don't fight
Right,
too good to
there you go. Fisheries news. Now, couple of questions. The Women in Recreational Fishing Network. Sky, how do you become a member?
Well, we're better known as WRFs as well, as you can see from WRFs, yeah. So the WRF network has created a fantastic Facebook page. So jump on Facebook and join up to the Women in Rec Fishing Facebook page.
So it's virtually a Facebook network.
Yeah, it is, social network, yeah.
What do you discuss on there? Because it's a closed thing. Charlie said he tried to join me. I knocked him back.
Women only, guys. Women only.
You sent in a photo.
Wasn't there a bit of gravy on that shirt there?
That was the other shirt.
Another shirt.
Yeah, back.
Quick change.
Charlie, is it true that you tried to join the network and you had sent in a photo of yourself dressed in a skirt? So, what do you discuss?
Look, all topics fishing. So people will get on there and speak about where they're fishing. They'll show off their recent catch, you know.
Now, you've got a great history as far as fishing up at Yulupna Island with our good friend who's probably looking on tonight, Webby.
Good old Webby, yes.
Because you're a Strathmerton girl.
Yes.
And
Yulupna
you're a little
Island.
bit of a hub up there as far as fishing and cod fishing and all that type of thing. And now I've heard back through the grapevine as far as your antics up there and fishing type of thing. So that's a bit of a breeding ground for you as far as fishing?
It is, yeah, exactly. That's where I grew up. So I've done a lot of fishing up in that way.
Yeah.
Caught a lot of carp, as well as the Murray cod.
cod,
So
yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Chloe, on social media, right?
Yes.
You probably, I expect most Collingwood players and supporters would cop a bit of grief, like a bit of banter.
Here and there, yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you, it's 100 times worse than the fishing, isn't it? On social media, there's people that bag people, they write nasty things about us, amongst other people, mate.
Rightly so.
More me than you guys.
Some people deserve it.
But Chloe, is the Women in Recreational Fishing Network Facebook, is that a safe place?
Yeah, definitely.
Is it a really nice place to be?
Yeah, and it is, because it's, all the women, we have the same vision, we all want the same thing, and that's, more women fishing recreationally, and we're all very supportive of each other, and, the post the other day, someone put up of a memory of them fishing, and it's just a very safe, non-judgmental social media page that, and like you said, social media can be pretty harsh sometimes.
Absolutely,
but this is one of the safest groups.
Women love to share their information as well. So
So if there's anyone out there watching, and we did encourage a lot of people to watch tonight's show, and particularly the females. And we know from the feedback from the show, we get a lot of wives and girlfriends and so forth watching it. So if they want to join, it's as easy as get onto the Women in Rec Fishing Network's or Women in Recreational Fishing Facebook page.
Correct, yes.
And join it. Now, how many members?
Oh, I think there's
845. I looked before we came on.
There you go.
So I'm expecting that to bump up after the show. I'll be having a look. So.
Teach them how to back a boat.
We can't talk about that.
All right, it's step by step.
And that's you were saying about a safe place. That's what Charlie was not.
we did have a segment on last year. Someone wrote in about women getting in. I think it was when the Women in Rec Fishing Network, and I don't mean this in a bad way, right?
Yeah.
When it was first launched, we had a lot of mail about, imagine if women started backing trailers. You'd be in the ramp for hours, waiting for one person to back. And that is one of the issues, is that the majority of women go fishing are probably sitting in the passenger seat of the car when the boat's launched.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's, we'll all learn eventually how to back a boat, how to launch a boat. And it's just, the women in the WRF network there, it's to try and help other women and learn.
Yeah.
How many times would you go out fishing and you take your wife or your partner out and you always catch more fish? The ladies in the boat, women in the boat, always catch more fish. Now, is it about the motherly thing, or is it about the...
I think it's when they look up from the boat and they see your head. They're like, no, I'm definitely not getting on that line.
The best thing is, though, is that women don't like holding the fish. So when Fee catches it, she fishes me. I grab the fish and take the photo. Some of my biggest fish weren't by me. So, but Chloe, I took you out fishing a few months ago.
You did not? Actually, I think I outfished you, didn't I?
You completely outfished me.
Attaboy. I didn't even pay him to say that.
But I made you hold them.
You did.
Cuttlefish and the calamari.
Yes, it
which
was
are a little bit...
I was a bit hesitant too, because I normally got my grandpa to do that, but I did give it a crack, and I was proud of the squid that I caught, so I wanted to hold it, and he gave me the few tips, up close to the camera.
Pointed at David.
Yeah, that's right.
We did.
We got him.
No, we got Craig, didn't we? We got Craig.
We did. But I don't mean to relate things back to footy. Well, I do mean to, but you got to kind of start somewhere. We're talking about backing trailers
so
in.
You kicked it.
Yeah, I booted off the boat. But you do have to start somewhere, and WRF has started something amazing, and that's what AFLW has started. AFLW is fresh, and it's booming, and it's going to keep going that way. And I think this is exactly relatable to what we're doing now.
Exactly.
We're going to go to a break. After this, product of the week, we've got plenty more to talk about with women in recreational fishing straight after this.
Talking Fishing.
Good morning, spotters. Stephanie speaking.
Product of the week, brought to you by Tackle World.
Talking Fishing.
Welcome back to Talking Fishing. A big night tonight. Product of the week in a second, but we are joined tonight by Chloe Malloy and Sky Kern from the Women in Recreational Fishing Network. We're held against Chloe that she is also part of the Collingwood AFLW team.
Don't listen to him.
You have no leg to stand on.
Get on with it. Stop looking so disgusting on camera, but get on with it.
Give us the black and white rundown.
It wouldn't be a new fishing season without a brand new Shimano reel, and that introduces the Shimano Catana for this up-and-coming season. Now, Catana we've known and loved as rods for quite a few years now, and they've introduced a reel to suit its price point. So they're an entry-level reel, but as per Shimano product, there is a lot of features jam-packed into such a small and affordable reel. So these are the Shimano Catana. They have changed the cosmetic, and I've got a theory on this, okay? Quick history lesson. Shimano Katanas at the moment are black and white. They've gone straight to legend status. Never sold as many
They've
katanas
got black,
ever
white and red in them now,
since
haven't
they changed them to black
they've
and
got
white.
red in them, haven't they?
Yeah, because they saw what this does, right?
Yeah.
They've seen that St Kilda need a little bit of a boost, so they've put a little bit of red in them. Not much, it's subtle. Hence a reel to go with it too, because again, the little bit of red, need all the help they can get.
That was a great history lesson.
This is the Shimano Catana spin reel. You'll see it filter into shops over the next couple of weeks. Like I said, affordable. Now, the thing that's going to blow people away about these, they cover everything from trout through to snapper in a 4,000 size, so 1 through to 4,000. That 4,000 reel at an entry-level price point is pulling 8.5 kilos of drag.
That's
serious.
8.5 kilos in that little
really
bad
good.
boy. So 2 bearings and a roller bearing, 10-year warranty as per all Shimano product.
Yeah.
That right there at 8.5 kilos is not only going to catch every snapper that you want, Murray cod trolling for
That's
your,
right.
up your way. You get a little gummy on that, no dramas at all. Match that up with the brand new Catana rods, which we will show you as soon as they arrive. They are on the way. These are going to be a hot item coming to Christmas, comboed up especially, but you can buy the reel on their own and get one of the best value for money reels that you'll ever buy.
Aren't they a great little reel, mate?
They are. Yeah, simple.
I mean, cosmetically, there.
That's right. Simple.
They match up a lot of stuff.
You've noticed with that reel, Dave, that the red part's actually a sticker on the spool that you can peel off. So that's quite convenient.
Yes.
But in all seriousness, it is a price point that is going to appeal to everybody.
Yeah.
And the quality that comes with the price point, they're not a beginner's reel. They're at an entry level price point, but you can use them for so many different applications, from whiting and trout, calamari, through to snapper and small gummies. That is the new Shimano Catana.
There you go.
Very nice.
Well done, Ads. What was that, Charlie?
So what do you reckon of that, Chloe?
I like it. I need one. I might just start.
So which one would I be using for snapper in the Port Phillip Bay?
For Port Phillip Bay snapper, I'd definitely stick to the 4,000.
Yeah.
Solely because the mono thing, we're fishing mono rather than braid.
Yeah.
And that'll still take all the mono you'll need to catch it.
Impressed by that drag too. 8.5
Yeah,
kilos.
not bad.
That's
Hey,
pretty
for
good.
That's a good one.
All right, let's start talking from a women's perspective about recreational fishing. Chloe, one of the things with the AFLW is that, probably over the years, there's been the odd female young girl playing in a boys' team.
Yes.
And that probably happened for the last couple of decades. But once the AFLW was created to that highest level, it's really put football on the map for women. And it's probably increased the participation in football for women in a big way. How do you replicate that in fishing? How do you get more people? What's the draw card for more women to get into fishing?
I think, and I know it might sound like, a bit funny, I guess, because I am part of it, but what we're doing right now is how we raise those participation numbers is, creating a safe environment, and social media's at our fingertips these days, and we have a group, and those numbers are going to tick over, and I'm sure the members have gone up, and if not, go follow the Women in Recreational Fishing Facebook group. I think that's a great way to start, and just have role models like ourselves that younger girls can, and older females who want to get back into fishing can look up to, and so I think worth getting there. Yeah,
Sky, you're a member of an angling club. How long have you been a member?
3 or 4 years now. So
why did you join the club? Was it because of the real estate and the?
It is a very nice club.
You've got to have the best clubhouse in
estate.
Australia.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Have you ever been to the clubhouse at the Albert Park and yachting and angling club, Chloe? It's on Port Phillip Bay, and it is sensational.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But look, I've always had a love of fishing growing up in the country, and it was a way for me to be able to join up as a member, take a club boat out on the bay.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm often out there taking out friends.
Yep.
So. Yeah.
You can even hire those little putt-putt boats.
Well, that's what I hire. A little
they just
clinker.
like pop down to the guys will take them down, and great fish and chips there. They're one of some of the best meals at your club.
They do. It's amazing. It's an amazing club all round. The guys are lovely. I had one of the guys 2 weeks ago. I was out fishing and had left my coffee at the club. So he called up 3 hours later and he said, I've noticed your coffee is here. He brought it out to me. Found out where I was fishing by that stage,
You still
so it was a bit of an iced coffee. Yeah, absolutely.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, encouragement from that club is fantastic.
Do and again, I'm going to stereotype here a little bit, but you know, most women on a boat fishing with their husband or boyfriend or friends or whatever, they probably wouldn't put the bait on. They probably wouldn't tie the knots. Is your network helping out with that side of things?
Look, it is. So on this network as well, they'll post some YouTube clips to say, all right, girls, this is how you tie a certain knot, how you rig up for snapper. So the information is there. Yeah. So sometimes if it's not on there, we will have to go out and find it.
Because there's no reason that that anyone, any of all five of us here, could tie a better knot than the other.
Yeah, that's right.
There's no gendered bias about tying a knot, or gender bias about putting bait on, and yet
it's black and white, really.
Yeah.
The same thing with
do you know when I was young, I used to
long time ago.
It was long time. I used to have an I hate Collingwood badge. That's how bad it was.
I haven't seen it, so
seriously, I'm going to find it. Next, you're going to be on again one day, and I'm going to wear my I hate Collingwood badge. But get on, let's hear it. Black and white, something.
Yeah, as far as being in the industry for so long, BC. A lot of the ladies that come in are parents too, because yourselves, as far as your age, you're not parents.
Not yet.
No, so,
90.
But I mean, when you get to that age when you're parental and you've got kids, I mean, it shouldn't stop there. That's the thing; it tends to stop there a lot. And we see a lot of ladies come through the shop and they've got kids and bits and pieces. They want to get the guys are busy, run to it. But that's a really big step as far as keeping women in fishing with kids, and it just binds that family thing together.
Yeah,
it's a tremendous thing.
Yeah, take your child out.
How do either of you answer this one? How do you feel about walking into a tackle shop? Because most tackle shops are run by blokes.
They are. I just did it last weekend, and great. As soon as I walk through the door, it's always, hey, how can I help you? What are you looking for? So,
Has that changed? Has it always been that way, do you think?
Oh, look, I'm going to say yes, it's always been that way, but...
You're pretty outgoing, but
you're born and bred country girl, so
but you're right.
It's not that daunting.
See, Chloe, if you wore your Collingwood football jumper into we'd throw you out the shop, although
Chloe,
straight after that,
you would get the most amazing discounts and customer service you've ever seen in your life.
I'd throw you out the shop and worst thing is sack me 10 seconds later because he's Collingwood mad as well. So, but anyway, there you go. We're going to go to a break. Kramer's mailbag next, and we're going to keep talking to the women in recreational fishing ambassador and leaders Chloe and Sky right after this.
Talking fishing.
We know what you'd rather be doing.
We know what you've really got in mind.
We know you'd rather be out fishing. And today's the day you're gonna wet a line. 'Cause every day's a good day.
Stop wishing.
Every day's a chance to drift away. Drift away.
Every day's a good day for fishing. See you down at Tackle World today.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing.
All right, a little bit of mailbag as we are joined by a couple of the Women in Recreational Fishing Network ambassadors and leaders, Chloe and Sky, and Ad's wearing that disgusting jumper over there. But anyway, let's get on with it. Kramer's mailbag. This one's from Ryan. He said, "Hi David, at Lilydale Lake, where should you fish? Also, what bait and rig setup do you use?"
In the water.
Fish in the water. No, very good, Charlie. That's a good answer. No, fish when you come into the car park. That is where the truck puts the fish. So you don't need to go. You don't need to go too far. I know they run a couple of little remote control boats out the front there, but if you go off to the left from the car park, go up there, fish amongst the weeds. Do not cast right out the middle, Ryan. Fish near the reeds because that's where the fish are, and you don't need to do anything more than that. A bit of power bait and a small split shot sinker would do. Have the power bait about that far from the split shot because split shot will hit the bottom, power bait will sit up off the bottom, you'll catch yourself a trout. Plenty in there at the moment. Ryan, there you go. One of these, I tell you what, the old...
kicking it old school.
This one's from Mal. It arrived in the mail this week.
Mel?
M-A-L, I would say. M-A-L. Needs to Space out his writing a little bit too.
That's
That's good.
good.
So it's clear to read with my eyes. It says, Dave, to satisfy some viewers, use Bundaberg root beer or ginger beer stubbies in your on-desk holders. From Mal. So...
This was actually my product of the week. I was going to surprise you guys with my own segment, but this is my product. And how many have we got left in stock?
The stubby holders?
Yeah, I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them left.
Yeah. Kevin is doing it. Anyone that wants a stubby holder, please write into us because Kevin is doing another batch and just send your name and address and Kevin will just...
He'll be onto it.
Kevin will get onto it. Anyway, so no, we have had some people complaining that we have beer on the show. They think it's antisocial and really bad for television, but we're just trying to... We're just trying to rip off the front bar, as you know. Let's keep going with this. Brendan, he writes, how many of those big trout are still in the river up at Golden?
Heaps.
There'd be heaps in there.
Yeah.
There was 2,000, so...
Yeah, they were releasing between 100 to 200 per spot.
500.
500 in the pondage, yeah. So there's plenty left. That was from Brendan. Steve from Geelong writes, what is the brand of those flashing lights you had on the show last week?
Optia.
Optia
Yes,
is the brand.
New stock just arrived, so we are ready to go again.
Google Optia strobe lights and you'll find them. Punching through this, Jerry writes, "Hi guys, watching from Sydney. Are you guys aware of the proposed lockouts of marine parks in New South Wales? The Liberal government wants to put 25 new marine parks in and ban fishing. Even a New South Wales politician has gone against his own party and said it is too extreme. Can you please tell people about this?" Now we've had quite a few bits of mail on that. So it seems like the New South Wales Liberal government is trying to introduce a whole lot more marine parks between Botany Bay and Newcastle. I think
correct.
They're going to lock people out from fishing.
And there's no real scientific based evidence behind all this. It's all done in emotion. So we've been doing a little bit with AFTA behind the scenes with that.
Yeah.
And yes, it's just a lockout. It's basically a lockout.
Yeah. Charlie, what's driving this? Because we met Niall Blair, I think his name is, the Minister.
Yeah, exactly.
He seemed like an all right bloke. What is the go with putting these marine parks in?
How do I put the word politician into a nice sentence as far as what you can trust and things? So,
can I just say quickly, my social media has been flooded with people making or bringing this to light, basically.
Yeah.
So to everyone getting involved, keep up the good work, because that's pretty much how you're going to conquer this thing, is a bit of people power, raise your voices. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, as people up in New South Wales would know, but even down here in Victoria, the publicity it's getting via social media is huge, so keep up the good work.
Well, I think the old Keep Australia Fishing is fired up, Trelly, on the subject too.
Yeah, that's right.
I think there's only a few days left where you can actually put some correspondence into the New South Wales government to say you don't want it. So get onto it. Just Google it, New South Wales Marine Parks, and have your say, because it's not good what's going on up there. And thank God the Victorian government doesn't do that. If you'd like to write into Kramer's Mailbag, this is what you do.
Send your mail to Kramer's Mailbag, PO Box 734, Patterson Lakes, Victoria 3197, or email kramer@ifish.com.au.
Alrighty, now a couple of questions for you women. One of the things that I guess I've had experience with is sitting on like boards or committees with Fisheries Victoria back in the old days, and now the Victorian Fisheries Authority. And one of the things the Labor government's always had, apart from any other government, is they have a 50% participation rate of women on committees and boards. Yeah. And I've got to say, I think back in I reckon back in 2005. So I know that was a long time ago. I was on the committee that provided advice on how to hand out the licence money, and we had to have 50% women on that committee, and we struggled to get someone that was actually qualified. Yeah. Now, I now sit on another board up at Snobs Creek Hatchery, and again we struggle for female participation on that board. Do you think the WRF network is going to help provide, because you do need to know what you're talking about? Yeah, is this going to flush out people that would be suitable for those sort of roles?
Look, it may do. I know there's it's the Habitat project.
Yeah.
And one of the ladies from the WRF program has already started on their round table.
Okay. Yep.
So, and then I would hope so. And then there's another 2 positions going for the round table. The state,
the statewide.
Yeah, the rec fishing one. So there's 2 positions there available for women.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Yeah,
so that sort of thing's growing. One of the things I found, and I'm the first one to admit, back in 2005, I got on that committee, and I wasn't qualified. You know, I actually did not have the right knowledge or the skills to be on that committee, and it is a real problem. And it takes it takes a lot to get the skills. You know, now working in a tackle shop and working in the industry for quite some years, I reckon I'm qualified now, but I didn't have the skills back then. But then how do you flush out those people? Because there's probably a lot of people that have got the skills that wouldn't even know that those positions exist. So are those positions advertised now through your network?
They are, yep. They've gone up on the social media Facebook page.
Yep.
And I know we've all been emailed about them as well, just saying, hey guys,
So you also get emails as well as the social media stuff?
Yep, absolutely. As a leadership program.
Miss a post or whatever, you're gone. So some of the other activities. So we Gone Fishing Day is now a big national day.
Yep.
You're actually going to hold an event.
I am over at the Albert Park Angling Club. So we're holding an event on that day, which is Sunday the 14th of October. And it's basically come down, we'll put out registrations soon. VFA will be backing it as well, as long as the WORF program. And it's just to get people in our broader community around Albert Park to learn to fish and then actually have a go at fishing down on
so you're doing that down at the club,
At the club, we'll do the briefing down there, learn the basics, and then head down to Lagoon Pier.
Okay.
Awesome. So watch the space.
And what, providing all the rods, reels, and all that sort of stuff for people? You don't, like, people can just rock up.
Rock up. It'll be we'll have to, everyone will need to register, so we know the numbers.
Sure.
And then they'll just rock up. We've got 20 fishing rods from Fish Care. So and then we're buying some more as well.
There you go.
You've got a lot of volunteer. You actually got a real lot of history behind that club.
We do.
It goes back to Jarvis Walker days of right back that club.
You'd be telling me some stuff then. But we've got a lot of volunteers from our club. They're amazing. They all just want to put their hands up. So
would love clubs.
Exactly. So I'd love to see a lot of women down there as well. So,
all right, put that date, put a little circle around the calendar.
Sunday the 14th of October.
There you go. Coming up next, hotspots. We've got all the spots to go this weekend, and we're going to keep talking women in recreational fishing right after this.
Talking Fishing.
G'day, Callan here from Paul Worsland's Tackle World Cranbourne. Supercharged batteries have been supplying maintenance-free marine batteries since 2001. The Seamaster Gold range is second to none, delivering superior starting power and reserve capacity. No need to top up with water, truly a fit and forget battery. With up to 2 years replacement warranty, you know you have quality. Your battery is your lifeline. Without it, you're dead in the water because it's bloody hard to push start.
I've got a Seamaster battery in my boat.
Make yours a Seamaster Gold today.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
And now the segment you've all been waiting for.
Hotspots, brought to you by Seamaster Batteries. Make yours a Seamaster Gold today.
And welcome back to Talking Fishing. I am with David Kramer and Sky. David came in late, so I had to jump on. But
I just took a swig out of your beer. I've got Collingwood germs now.
Oh, now we'll do the
Come on, do the hotspots.
And you got that little nasty bit at the bottom that no one drinks. So got that.
So we'll go to the hotspots. The first hotspot for the week. For the week or for the day?
For the week.
For the week is Pinnacle Channel.
Penis Channel.
I was close.
Just didn't want to slip of the tongue there. So
King George whiting down there, and Kramer, I'll pass over to you now.
Well, I'll tell you what, there is a beautiful run of whiting that I would say is the winter whiting, but it's a bit past
spring
winter
whiting.
because it's spring. So, but there are some great whiting in the Pinnis Channel, Chloe.
Pinnis, all right.
What's the next one?
Me. Down at the Mornington, 18
metres.
18 metres.
Yeah,
We've got
M stands for metres.
lovely snapper, which is what I used to catch with my grandpa, so I'll probably be getting down there.
Yeah.
On to the third one, Kramer, how do you spell this?
Tyab Bank.
Tyab Bank.
Yeah,
And
it's a bit like the Commonwealth Bank, but they're actually honest at the Tyab Bank.
Honest. No fines. No inquiry.
There is some great calamari, which Kramer, you actually took me and I out fished with a calamari, didn't I?
You did have fishing, and you caught big
You're very
ones
modest,
too.
I
think we've said that before. You don't have to keep going on about it.
And then moving on to...
It's a bit like the 1990 grand final, isn't it? Was that the last one that Collingwood won? 1990? That keeps saying, oh, remember we won that 19... Anyway.
Yeah, I remember that one. It was a
drawn. Yelling in my ear to say, can you say the middle spit,
What
please?
about the drawn grand
And the middle
final,
spit,
Under the spit.
some lovely King George were hiding down there, and moving on to the Goulburn River with some lovely rainbow trout, which we saw before.
All those trout are still there. There was
Still there.
2,000,
2,000
and there's
left.
probably only like a couple hundred taken out. So
That's right, yeah. Heaps.
Yeah.
Down there.
Heaps
And to finish off, Anderson's Inlet with some trevally. You got to be in there. You get down there.
No, it's trelly, yeah.
I was going to catch
I
it.
get trelly and trelly.
No, you don't catch trelly, you
I'm
catch
a catch,
trevally. It says trevally on the ship.
I'm catching you.
Chloe, if you were to plug it into your, to your Google Maps, how would you get down to Anderson's Inlet? Where would you go?
Oh, that way.
Yeah, that's correct. Just near the rim-block, isn't it? Yeah, just near it. Can I have my notes, please?
You may, sorry.
I have a pen just so I can tick things off. So, can I just talk about, Collingwood Football Club? You're now in the highest league, I guess, if you like, for women in football. If you played with the boys, you would have played with the boys because
I played with the boys.
Yeah. Did you feel safe out in the field with the boys, or were they a bit rough in your younger days?
Footy is rough, and it's a 360 contact sport. So, if male or female, you're going to get hit. And they didn't take it easy on me, which is not what I wanted anyway. So, it's just a fair game. I actually had my ponytail pulled a couple of times, but that seems to be the trend these days.
Charlie's had the same thing.
And a long hair, but no, the boys don't take it any. They didn't, because I don't play with the boys now, because there is AFLW available. But they were, fair, and I loved it. No.
So relate that to fishing. There's a lot of guys out there. I mean, if you go and anchor too close to someone's boat, they'll throw sinkers at you. Do you think that's intimidating for women? I know we talked about the boat ramps and that before, but getting out there, running a boat, I mean, you don't see too many females skippering a boat.
You do down at the Albert Park angling
Do
club.
you?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a few down there.
See, and that's all it takes is for
a few people to start.
A few people to start for us to see females doing it and going, you know what, I'm female, I can do that too, and what haven't I been
out there and do
it?
I probably think males are probably worse against males, because if a female would probably say, hey, come over here, the fish are biting, drop your anchor.
I would probably get a lot more tips from the guys at the angling club than what they give the other guys. Right,
When you're on a boat, right, and you have to, gut a fish or knock the head off and that, you're always, looking at the women going, look away, we're going to do a little bit of blood and all that sort of stuff.
That's not for everybody. No, I take heaps of girls out there.
I get duck hunting and gutting ducks and stuff like that.
Like everything growing up on the farm. I get guys at the pub ask to take them out fishing, just show them the ropes, It's really, I'd say it's changing.
Pulling in now, I mean, I wouldn't like to play against some of the AFL women players because I reckon they'd knock me out, No, you...
definitely knock you out.
There's one more now.
Strong, But hauling up the anchor and stuff like that, women all good with that?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh! Kevin!
Don't know if your
that was my.
Don't know if your microphone's going to work anymore, but anyway, it's all good.
Crop disaster.
Lockload fell out.
It's good for the muscles. Like
anyone can do it. You've got the muscle capacity to do it.
Yeah. You're going to get a heavy fish one day.
Well, and that's the other thing. Fighting big fish. Most blokes would probably jump on the rod and take over, wouldn't they? And I think that's a thing of the past.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope so.
No, that certainly hasn't happened on the boats that I've been on, where the men are like giving me the rod.
I'm competitive, so once I had a big one, I'm like...
Keep it shoulder.
I'm bringing it in. I'm doing it all.
Tell that the new host of Talking Fishing.
The other thing is, I guess for you guys, we run tackle shops, and I don't know that you have, Trelly, but we certainly don't have female staff. And it's probably something that we should be thinking about. I mean, if this is going to change and, we want women to be more comfortable coming into tackle shops and places like that, it's probably time to change.
Yeah, we've had quite a few female staff over a period of time.
Yeah.
But again, availability, because the females are always left with the motherhood job.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like the male to sort of do the job thing. So that's where it's a bit sort of like a bit left field as far as you guys when you get to that stage in life. But it certainly is a very comforting thing to walk into a shop, and it keeps the males a bit more in balance too with what goes on.
Definitely.
So look, I welcome the female involvement in that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm going to ask both of you this question. Chloe, you go first. What is your best fishing experience memory?
It has to be with my grandpa. We were out catching gummy shark, and never saw the fish, but I'll say it was massive, like out of screen massive. And it jumped on the smallest rod, and we didn't pull it in, but I had so much fun, like swapping rods with Grandpa, like, oh, I'm bugging now, you jump on it, and then it ended up breaking the line, but that was so much fun, and I was interacting with my Grandpa. So that's probably one of the greatest memories I've got of fishing.
Yeah. Sky, greatest memory in fishing?
Poaching with Webby, probably.
trying to steal his fish from his lake. No, there was a time over in Costa Rica there where I fought a sailfish for a very long time. So it was extremely memorable. I probably after about 10 minutes, like the first 10 minutes it was great fun. The next 20, 30 minutes it was just torture. But still got it to the boat and took a photo and released it. So that was
That's good.
Yep.
Can I thank you both for coming in tonight?
Yeah, thank you for having us.
I know the hour just flies and time flies when you're having fun, but thank you very much. And we'll definitely get you back. Women in Recreational Fishing, get on it. Get on the Facebook page. Just look it up. Women in Recreational Fishing. Their network is part of the Victorian Fisheries Authority. That's it for Talking Fishing. We hope you enjoyed the show. Next week, we're joined in the studio by Anthony Forster from the Victorian Fisheries Authority. He's going to talk about all things freshwater, including stocking for the school holidays, tiger trout, trout river health. It's a must-watch show. So until we see you again next Tuesday on Talking Fishing, go Saints, boo pies. Please stay safe on the water and enjoy your fishing.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing. We got all you need, just take a look. Watch those fish jump on your hook. So just relax and take your time. Enjoy the show, then drop us a line. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing. Talking fishing.
Have a good weekend, Mr. Walker.
You too, son.